Hello again. Okay, so it's me, and then there's another special goose sighting. You can see he's behind me again. He doesn't trust it when I'm using the keyboard, and if I was using my computer on my couch and sitting on the couch, he would be on the keyboard. So it's best that he's just back there. He's watching. He's sleeping. He's sleeping. Okay. So here is our spelling lesson for today. And here are the papers you will need. You need your sentence paper from, or you could just use the paper from your journal. You need your short U fill it up paper. And then these are the pages. And what I did was I just cut them down already a little bit so that I could show you. And you want to use, so the trick is you could use all of them, but let's say that you've been working and you get to like 45 minutes and you still have a few of them. I would throw the rest in the recycle. So what I tend to do in the classroom is I'll tend to give you more than you could possibly finish. And if you do finish that, that's great. But I also want you to know that it's okay to not do all of it. You'll notice that mine are in black and white because I don't have a color copier, so it's okay. That's what mine look like. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go through each of these rectangles and I'm going to cut out each of these squares carefully. Just like this. Okay, so here are two. Put them in a nice little pile and keep on cutting. So I'll see you back here in just a few moments. You should pause me too so that you can start cutting out yours. All right, so now I have my little cards cut out. You can see them here. And I have my paper here. So what these are called rhymes. The rhyme is the second part of the word. Generally, it's the part that rhymes. So here we have short U rhymes. Short U makes Practice that. Ub, uck, uff, ugh, ump. Okay. So now what you're going to do is you are going to take these little cards. These are the initial sounds for the rhymes. And you're going to be making words using these letters. So for instance, let's try putting it here. This then becomes sug, sug. Is that a word? No. How about sub, sub? Like the shortened version of a submarine. So then I take my glue and I'm going to glue it there. Okay. Now, let's say you will probably eventually run out of space here. You can also work on the back, so I would just go on the back and I would make another. Oh boy, Mrs. Smith's writing today is very poor. And I might do and then I might add more cards around there. So there's an option. Okay, so here I have sub. All right, now you will also notice that we have the same letter two times because you can actually make two different words using a different rhyme with the same initial sound. So here I have sub. Well, suff isn't a word. And sug isn't a word. How about sump? Yeah, a sump is it's actually the name of a pool in a cave of an underwater pool in a cave. It's called a sump. So there you go, you learned something about underwater cave diving now. What an interesting day in first grade it is. So you can take the S and put it there, and now you've made sump. All right. Some of the initial sounds are more than one letter, so they make a blend. This is st, st. And I know that I can put st right here for stuff. And here's another blend. This is tur. And I'm going to put it here to make truck. And then I have one more that I want to show you. I have a t, an initial sound of just t, and I'm going to put it down here to show you tug. All right. So the trick here, if you put a letter or a blend in front of a rhyme and it doesn't sound like a word to you, it probably isn't. If you are curious about it and you have someone you could ask, you could certainly do that. There's nothing wrong with that. The skill that we're practicing here is to combine an initial sound with a rhyme. And here's another thing you could do, is you're also practicing rhyming words when you have it all figured out. So let's say we have a T here and an R here. So that's sub, tub, rub. All of those are rhyming words. All right. For this paper, which you can certainly print out, or you can use just a page in your journal, that would be fine. They want you to choose 5 of your favorite words and use them in a sentence. So, here's the trick. If you want to get tricky, I would be okay. You could do 5 sentences, 5 of your favorite words from your list that you made here. Okay, so I could do a sentence with sub, a sentence with truck, a sentence with stuff, tug, and sump. Or I could get tricky and I could do this. Do you see what I did? The mini sub tugged the divers through the sump. Sub, tug, sump. So I've already used 3 of my words. So maybe in my next sentence, I only have to use 1 or 2, and maybe I only have to do 2 sentences or 3 sentences. And you can kind of decide how you want to handle this. Let's say you want to get really crazy and you want to write 5 sentences with more than 1 word inside. I'm fine with that. You can kind of play with it. Just make sure that we do not see kindergarten sentences. So I do not want to see this. The truck went. Or I have stuff. That's kindergarten. Here in 1st grade, you could tell me what color the truck is and where it's going. You could tell me where the stuff is and where you're taking it. You could tell me what will the tugboat tug and where is it tugging. So make sure you're asking yourself those questions, the who, what, where, when, why, and how, in order to make your sentence richer and more ready for 1st grade. Okay, good luck, guys.